Hello, and welcome to another episode of Jimster586's Lockshop. We have here an Almont padlock, which as I understand they don't make anymore. This just arrived today courtesy of the Oregon Redneck. Traded him a new stock best padlock for this Almont. But that's not why we're here. We're here to look at some best items. We have a best test core using one key that works both control and operating functions. And we're going to demonstrate that for you by removing one of these cores. Standard best core, but this is the PKS series. One of the W keyways. Those extra thick keys. And we're going to put this test core in place of that. There we go. Push it in one notch. It works perfectly. Works really well, actually. Better than the regular core. But the thing about these, you won't notice any difference in the key itself. But this core is only pinned for 5 pins. So if you back the core out one notch, or back the key out one notch, it becomes the control key. So if we go, put it in, 3, 4, 5, 6, the key is all the way in. It works as the operating key. But now if we back it out one notch, voila, that's the control key. So let's put the other cylinder back in, core back in, and we'll talk about some security issues that best type cores have. Push it in, lock it in place, one control key, one operating key, and as you can see, the core works perfectly. Now this is not a test core. Test cores are very low security. You wouldn't use them in a normal application. Well, here's the problem. And not just with test cores. You know, if you tried using a test core in normal operation, the person using it could very easily walk off with your core, as all they'd have to do is accidentally remove it. Hello, alley cat. By backing the key out one notch. But that's not the real problem. The problem with best and best type cores, very simply, are these little holes on the bottom. And if somebody accidentally got a hold of one of your cores, got one out of a lock or whatnot, they could very easily decode your entire system. Now, what you'd have to do is put the best core in a block. They make blocks for these. Put a little tap inside each one of these holes and use a hammer. It would pop these caps out, pins, springs and all. They would stay in the block, and it wouldn't be a simple matter to decode the entire system. That's the built-in security problem of best type cores. Now your large formats like Schlage, Yale, and whatnot, they're set up a bit different. But your small formats all seem to have the same basic design and have the same basic difficulty built in. Now there's more to it than that, but I'm not going to really get into that in length. But I just wanted to share that little tidbit. As much as I love Best, and I know a lot of other people do too, they do have security flaws. Some people know about that, some people don't. Now you do. Of course, I don't recommend, trying to get a hold of cores and decode lock systems. I mean, I'm not here for that purpose, to tell you how to defeat a lock. But I am here to share knowledge that I have about security issues so that you can investigate ways to fix those problems. Try to work around them. So as I say, I'm a big fan of Best myself, even if they do have that little flaw. But of course you do have to get the core out first, and that's the hard part. So there you go. That's all I've got for you, and thanks for watching this kind of unusual episode of Jimster586's Lockshop.